been there, seen it, done it, both at club level and international level. I think that, well, it was always the plan for that point to be replaced by the libero, but now she's got a long time to think about what she's done. Oh, that has been whipped into Bonifacio, and that is how you do it. Washed off the first point, won the second, 1-1.
A really good aggressive call from that first side-out opportunity.
Here's Francesca Bossio to apologise. It's Antropova. Very exciting to see her in an Italian jersey. Waited her turn after a great season in the domestic league. Oh, well kept up. Great hustle. That was Bossetti. Oh, another tip by Stysiak. Hasn't got either swing right just yet. Bump set, big block, and down it goes from Korneluk.
Well, it's the connection there from the Polish side with their opposite. They need to find that tempo early because we know with Andropova, Italy is going to look for her. But great job establishing a blocking presence against her early on.
First block of the game. Another swing from a similar position, but a few tips as both teams try and find their rhythm in attack. And there is some rhythm from Lukasic.
And one of the real battles in this game is the competition between the two coaches. So we have an Argentinian and an Italian, but if we look at Julio Velasco, his presence in the Italian game is absolutely massive. So his fingerprints will be on both sides of the net.
Venesca with the service. Into the hands again from Antropova. Recycled. Oh, it's heavy hands, isn't it, from Stysiak. Sometimes she can just bully her way through a block.
And as much as you can practice in training camp and friendly games to get ready, once the red light goes on and the real thing is happening, everyone takes a couple of points just to find their rhythm.
It's Poland who've settled in the quickest, and they picked up an ace. Venesca, error in the serve receive. And no surprise that at 5-1 in the first set, timeout's been called.
Secondo, non possiamo giocare solo qua, anche dietro, sotto qua. È seconda linea, palle lontane, difficile. Ok, giochiamo con tutti gli attaccanti. Poi c'è che lei ci sale tutte le volte. E comunque la palla deve andare dentro. Se è troppo dentro, lei va a fare pallonetto.
Well, amazing experience comes with Julio Velasco. He's not scared, but he understands what his team needs to pay attention to, and his delivery there, just saying, we've got this, let's focus on some specific things. Really good coaching.
Venesca gets us back underway. That's into Omarui. And off the hand, so Italy can go again. The same way, push back court, they needed that, and Bossetti gets them back on the board.
Great awareness there, finding the space. The Polish defense is shifting a long way because they're trying to be responsible for Andropova. So there is space there for other hitters to work on the gaps in the court.
2-5, one timeout done. Venesca back into set. Plenty on that, but Italian defenders deep, and once again, Bonifacio. 2 swings, 2 points for her.
And early on, looking to run the 7, the long, quick attack with the middle. So trying to create some space there and challenge the Polish blockers, and also create some space for Andropova behind when the opportunity arises.
Service received by Lukasic. Short into Korneluk.
Simple, but effective.
Good pass in. Again, the swing not perfect. And the block by the Italians. The response there, that's Bonifacio again. She's had a good start for Italy. That 4-point gap now reduced to 2.
And that's how simple it is sometimes. You make one good play, get yourself a good situation in transition, and do some basic things well. Those gaps disappear very quickly.
Passed in by Lukasic. Set all the way across. Dig by Bossetti. Is there a touch? Yes, there is. And whatever was communicated in that timeout has worked. We've moved from 5-1 to 6-5. And Italy have settled in. Into Vernerska. Again, across to Menjic. She gets another go. And that's dropped in. Far too passive in attack from Poland.
The challenge here is not waiting for the ball to come to you as an attacker. It's really easy to think, I'm not going to play my strongest shot, I'm going to wait and be patient, and that brings the block a lot more opportunity to get their hands on the ball.
Right, 6-6. Shkovska on the reception. They've gone the same way again. And that's a good decision. Korneluk, the captain. Two middles captaining these two teams. Forced out wide. Oh, Taniesi back on the court. Can't quite find the floor. It's that roll shot. It was touched by Stysiak. It's a good dig in the end. And a good swing. Heavy hands from Antropova. And I think Poland better get used to that.
I think everyone in volleyball better get used to hearing that. Huge talent, a real physical presence on the court. And again, interesting to see the two contrasting styles here. That Poland still trying to play fast and aggressive more often. Italy looking a little bit more comfortable with the high ball in transition.
Stysiak. Omarui. Oh, there's plenty of space back court. You can see Lavarini shrugging his shoulders as if to say, they've done that once, why have you let them do it again?
Well, there has to be some communication here between the block and the defense. It appears that the space that's being left for the shot on the line isn't being covered by a defender.
8-7, Italy lead for the first time. That's well played again by Bossio. And then cut only as far as Stysiak. Off the hands. Menjic was casual there.
That's a pro play. That's knowing that with your opposite out of the play, so Stysiak's taken the contact and can't be set fast, he's going to have a double block. Really good awareness of the situation.
There is Stysiak into the net. Not had too many service errors, have we? That one stuck out.
Not since the first.
(9-8). Decent pass in, and this time we do see some aggression from Menjic.
Well, this is the counterpoint, knowing that is a really good quality reception, that the middle has to stay in the middle. She can step on the ball and be aggressive, looking for the seam or for the late hands from the middle blocker from Italy.
Here is Natalia Menjic, moving from Temik Pelice to Wodz. And I've gone in Kirsten. We've not had many service errors, and then a couple in a row for Poland. This place is absolutely vaxing as well. I think as this week develops, this is going to be a phenomenal venue for VNL. And Anna Daniesi is 2 for 2. Gift wrap points for Poland. But we are tight. We are locked at 10-10. Alagierska, the latest to find the net.
Well, it is the first real game, so teams are trying to settle their way in, and they're trying to find their range for being aggressive, particularly on serve. So it might take a little moment, but the quality is on the court will be shown up soon.
Andropova. Ooh, it's close. Not that close, though. It drops long.
It's such a strange, awkward serve. It's the spin toss, looking for the hybrid float contact. It must be really difficult as a receiver to try and get a good feeling on where that serve is going.
Here's Vernerska. A decent service run last time. It's a good reception this time, and Antropova off the hands and out.
That is why she is so dangerous. You can give her any ball, you can throw it in her direction, and you know that something positive is going to happen almost every time.
12-11. That went into Lukasic. Well played by Fasinho. Oh, what a miss. A miss by Omarui, and that was an opportunity. So Lukasic can go again.
But important break points for Poland on the Łukasic serve. Just getting a little bit more rhythm back into the game.
Bonifacio. A few early interventions for her as Szydłowska receives. Omarui, roll shot from deep into Wernerska. Stysiak out, no touch. The thing is, she hits from such a high angle sometimes, it's difficult to get anything on it for the blockers.
Well, this is where the philosophy, and it's not a small block in front of her, but this is the philosophy of the blockers about, are you trying to kill the ball with your block, or sometimes you're just trying to make it really difficult?
Oh, you're killing the ball with that block!
That will kill the
Daniesi.
ball every time. Phenomenal finish. The hand and arm control, absolutely brilliant on the fast read back.
Timeout called. I love it when you predict something like that. 15-12, timeout called. Let's listen in.
È che le riprendiamo, abbiamo già difeso diverse partite. Se mettiamo le mani, se arriviamo vicino, dirigiamo la mano verso il centro del campo, E soprattutto le due bande non tirano molto forte, quindi si può dirigere la palla.
So even at the highest levels, the basic elements of technique and executing those well are critical. And Anna Daniesi there showing exactly how to operate on this fast ball block as a middle. Wonderful technique. They can probably put that clip somewhere in an instructional video.
I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. When you say you've got to ask yourself the question what you're trying to achieve with the block. 2 plays and 2 very firm answers to that question. Italy starting to look in a bit more control of this first set. Another block, but another opportunity for the team in red. A good scramble. And Antropova can't find the floor. Great rally this. Where's Wernerska going to go? To Menjic. Overpassed and put down. Straight to the captain, and Korneluk cleans up.
Well, we were waiting for some rhythm to come back into the game, and these last couple of rallies show that both teams are starting to warm up. Some fantastic defense, both teams being aggressive in transition.
Oh, Daniesi. She might not be delivering from the service line, but she's delivering just about everywhere else.
And this is what she does as the captain of the team this week, that she gives a really great presence. She's involved in so many facets of the play, even when she's not doing things directly to score points.
Stysiak stings one off the hand. Daniesi and Omarui can't get to that.
Well, the error that she made before probably gave her a good instruction where the Italian block is going to be. So she finds the angle going back the other way now into the middle of the court.
She airballs that one over the top of Alagierska. Now Poland have responded well. Closing the gap to 1, soon it becomes 2, though. That's a bullet from Daniesi.
Great choice going back to the middle, because the ball before, it was a different body position for the set to be released, so the timing was different. Now, a lot more straight up and down, and confidence back for Daniesi.
Stysiak, oh, she's been blocked again, but that's so well done defensively by Poland. And again. Great ball by Szydłowska, and the swing to match it. Łukasic. Italy are going to challenge this. But there's been a change in tempo from Poland and a few big plays in defense.
Well, it's a fantastic swing and a fantastic tempo is the most important part. That's where the space came, that fast pipe in transition. Really not an easy ball to play. And to play it that aggressively, you're working with big risk and small margins of error.
Well, Ilaria Spirito is coming on. 30-year-old, plays her club volleyball for Chieri. She's going to replace Loveth Omorui. And we received news that Italy were going to challenge that. It doesn't seem as though the challenge was upheld. Difficult to know what they were challenging on that. Yeah, maybe an attack line fault, but the dig from Shiglovska. Excellent work from the libero, and it is game on. Service in a little shorter this time. Stisiak. Oh, another great play, Spirito. What a first touch for her. Oh, brilliant! They were already celebrating, the Italians, but that is kept off the floor. And again, desperately unlucky by Shiklovska. She is working hard for Poland, but the point goes to Italy.
Well, Spirito showing straight away the value of putting two liberos out there on the court. Normally plays as a libero, but being used as a reception defensive sub by Julio Velasco, and with immediate impact on the game.
She's been brought back in, Spirito. It's her first VNL for about half a decade. And how about that for Shiklovska? She has not put a foot wrong, and then all of a sudden shanks a pass for an ace.
Well, they haven't been able to have a look at Danesi's serve yet, so this is the first look they got at it.
All or nothing from the captain. The error from Stisiak. Starting to look like a tough task now, this first set for Poland. They're going to call their second timeout. They trail 16-20.
First of all, girls, if we serve with this quality, it's impossible. I don't mind if we made some mistakes, but the quality of service is not aggressive enough. They are covering very well Omorui because they move a receiver, so you can choose sometimes the seam between libero and the other receiver instead of being precise on the receiver that we want or alternating a little bit, but easy on the libero cannot be. Go.
So at this point in the season, teams are really trying to drill down on the way that they want to play. Execution is part of the process, but getting the right philosophy, the right mentality on the court is a big thing for coaches at this point in the season.
Anna Daniesi, all of a sudden, is on a service run. But we had those errors earlier, but you can see as soon as it leaves the hand, it's a nightmare to deal with. So much movement on that flat serve. Lateral movements in a warm sports hall, which it certainly is here. Puts it on Bukashik this time. All the way across the net for Galkovska, whose first swing of the match gets stuff blocked.
With no first tempo in the play, it's the simple two-option read for the Italian block.
Off the foot. But then the cross-court swing. Bukashik not letting the opportunity slide. Oh, that was that Spirito putting a big left boot on it. How good. I mean, those are the kinds of things, if you end up winning the point, then you are bouncing going into the next one. Now, what can Poland do here? Pick up the block, that's what! Corneluk, a captain's kill block.
And when the setter is so extended trying to make their contact on the ball as the middle, it's usually a pretty easy choice. The ball is not going to go anywhere other than first tempo and front. Corneluk makes the right choice.
Alagierska floats that one in, a bit shorter again. Oh, that is some swing, cross-court, and drop over.
The Polish block here did a great job, and the Polish defense is in the right spot, but there is absolutely nothing that they can do about this swing.
22-18, business end of set number 1. Antropova. Good service. Well, that's brilliantly dealt with all round. Shiklovska producing that pass.
Well, Łukasik, they're showing the experience of the high technical level in the way that they want to attack from position 4 in the Polish league, taking the ball a little bit outside of her normal shoulder line, so not straight vertical, and that gives her a tiny advantage to get that ball back inside the middle before the middle can get ready and hands over the net.
1922. Oh. Venerska back off the bench into the net. So that replacement is reversed. Omarui coming back on for Spirito. Big height differential between those two, so she adds a bit more venom at the net. 184 to 174. That one served on to Łukasik. And Omarui, the bench, with the swing. Stysiak! It is like a laser beam.
Well, and she's taking what the block is giving her there. It's not a normal position, hitting from position 4, but the block is shifting across. The defense also is shifting towards that side of the court. So all the Polish hitters having to play the risk of going sharp cross court.
Omarui. Another great first touch by the libero. Stysiak dragging Poland back into this first set. 21-23. Italians call a timeout.
Hanno difeso loro e noi no. Tutto qua. Tranquilli, non è che dobbiamo forzare. Non facciamo una e una, come abbiamo fatto con Anna, capito? Ripetiamo perché e non diamo primo tempo vicino quando c'è la 5. La palla si sposta verso quanto avremo dietro. E lì non possiamo giocare la 7. Ok? Se invece la palla viene di qua, giochiamo la 7 o giochiamo dietro.
He just makes the game seem so simple. He understands all the angles, all the combinations, all the different factors that come into the play, but the skill of making the game sound so simple.
Łukasik. Massive point. 21-23. Into Bossetti it goes. It is absolutely huge. Medjic and Korniluk. No way through. And is the pendulum swinging back in favor of Poland?
And an interesting choice there from Bosio. It's really a straight up and down ball. There's no other option to turn the ball on the line for Andropova.
Oh, and the service drifted long. It's a really, really good lead by Fassino.
But if we come back to Lavarini's timeout earlier on, he said he wants his players to take these risks, to serve with better quality. They'll have to live and die by that.
Set point. Another good pass in. Tipped into mid-court and put down. It's overpassed. And who else would be there? Agnieszka Korniluk. First set point saved.
So now Andropova, back row. Libero receiving almost half the court.
Making the change here. Julita Piasecka about to come on. Really exciting young player, 21 years of age.
So the advantage now of the setter in position 2 is that she can have a really good look at what the block's doing before the ball gets to her from this reception, as long as it's in front of her in the middle of the court.
First job, get the serve in, stand and deliver from Korniluk. It's a good pass. It's a great dig from Korniluk. Top draw, but a free ball for Italy to win the set. Oh, it's been missed by Omarui.
And that's the second time she's gone for that sharp angle down the line to try, as the right-hander trying to work into the small space, and hasn't found the block or the court either time.
What a dig by Korneluk, by the way. A captain's contribution, 24-24. Antropova, oh my goodness me. Ringing Łukaszyk's bells. Wow.
Well, that just shows how hard this ball is, or how fast this ball is traveling, even from 9 meters away. No time for Łukaszych to get out of the way.
Another set point for the Italians. Another good pass into the setter, and Stysiak saves another set point, 25-25.
And that's the shot she's going to have to take the risk to play. The Italian block is letting her take that space on the court if she can get past the block or find the seam.
5 points for Stysiak in the first set, all from attacks. Over the other side, and Antropova just showing the variety she's got. So Piasecka has come back out. 26-25. Omarui serving for the set. Another good ball in to the middle, and Alagierska this time for 26-26. Siding out with ease.
And we heard Lavarini talking about where the serve needs to be going. So targeting the libero with a less than strong serve is really going to make it difficult to generate break points at this point in the match.
Oh, it's an ace service! Męczyk gives Poland their first set point.
And fantastic job getting the cross-court angle to get the ball from the receiver's left to right and create the big angle to bring it back in front of the setter.
Ooh, off the net tape. Well rescued in the end, but a massive chance for Poland now. Cross-court goes Łukaszych. And Poland have wrestled this first set from Italy's grasp. They had chance after chance after chance, only to have their pockets picked by the team in red. What an introduction to this season's VNL for this Polish women's team. 28-26, a thriller to get things underway, and a massive, massive show of character from Lavarini's team.
Well, at 10-10, we were talking about the game needing to find some rhythm. And what a fantastic rhythm they found. Some excellent defense on both sides of the net, but the Polish aggression and speed in attack, and Italy working really great, smart decisions in how they play the game, but needing to execute. So a couple of misses on the line, attacking from position 4, and Antropova not always having the cleanest contact on the ball. Stysiak found her rhythm. Whew, one set down, we've got a couple to go, and I'm looking forward to it.
23-19 down. 23-21 down, 24-22 down. And then, so set point down at 24-22, set point down at 24-23, at 25-24, at 26-25, and finding a way to win. That is ice in the veins stuff, isn't it? That is some performance. And it is Poland 1, Italy 0 here in Antalya. Just looking at the attack direction here, 47% down the line, 53% cross court. Do you read too much into that kind of thing at this stage?
Well, there's some different blocking philosophies at play. So with Poland, they really had to look for what the block was giving them from position for. They were trying to get on the ball early inside, whereas with Italy, the space was more on the line. So there's some choices to be made, but the big hitters, so Andropova and Stysiak, they're looking to play past the block. So they're thinking about where they can play over the top and where the defense is giving them space to work.
Well, Andropova, 6 points in the first set. Stysiak 5. Łukasik has managed 6 as well. One of hers coming from that excellent block. And Korneluk, the captain, has come up with some massive plays as well. Not always point-scoring ones, but making real leadership contributions. Her middle blocking partner, Alagierska, to get us underway in the second set, though. Katerina Andropova. We talk a lot about her, but 21 years of age, 2 meters and 2. Serious athlete. What will she have to say in this second set? Poland to serve, leading by 1-0. That's Alice de Gradi, who's come on for the second set, and Korneluk with the block. What a way to open.
Well, we talk about Andropova, and at 2 meters 2 meters tall is big in any language, yeah. But in women's volleyball, the general idea is if you add another 10+ centimeters to what that compares to in men's volleyball, that's putting her in the neighborhood of a Mazursky kind of player. And that's the player she kind of has the potential to be. She moves so well at her size that she could have a really long-term presence, not just on how the Italian team plays, but how volleyball is played.
Daniesi with the service. And Korneluk, first 2 points for Poland in this set, go her way.
And even with the help block here, it's an interesting decision with the opposite back row to stay in help, because sometimes it's not necessarily a super clean block.
It's into De Gradi. Oh, another block. That is absolutely gigantic. She is a one-woman red wall right now, Agnieszka Korneluk.
And it's about the choices now from the Italian hitters. Can't just swing away blindly. They have to play smart. They have to stay under control.
On that side, though, oh, it's another touch on it. Helped over by Stysiak. And in the end, they've just got to passively go over it. Good first touch then by Bossio. And the cross-court swing by Bossetti. A little bit of joy for Italy, and they needed it.
So Łukasik managed the situation pretty well, but this is the adjustment from the Italian hitters, that they can't just go and swing wherever they want. They have to think about how they're going to play this ball. So the ball dropping short to get there before and get inside the block.
Andropova. 2-3, second set. It's a good service. That has come out so hot. Scrambled over by Łukasik. Knocked on by Szykłowska. Oh, and the block by Italy this time. It's a little bit scrappy at the net. Bossetti made it in the end. 3-3, Andropova. Oh, another ludicrously powerful serve. Menchik has done about as well as she can there. Free ball. Bossio sets, back court, boom! De Gradi.
And the first time Italy going to the pipe, and with really good tempo. But you hit the nail on the head there, Dave. This serve is heavy, it's dirty, it's unpredictable. I do not envy anybody who has to be on the receiving end of this serve.
Well, look how much deeper they're standing to receive this. It's almost like a tennis serve, the angle it's coming at. Oh, the block is brilliant. Bonifacio's there.
And the angle is absolutely the part of it, that she's so big and the ball comes so flat over the net, but it's not with clean topspin. It's not a predictable trajectory for the serve. You just kind of have to stand there and hope it hits the right angle in your body to go the right direction.
5-3. So that one's gone into the net. And the last three feel like they should have, but because she's hitting it from such a higher angle than just about everybody else in the sport, she's able to generate that disgusting angle for players to try and receive. Good service run, but still just 1 point in this. 4-5 in the second set. Oh, 5-5! Corner look! And Stysiak over on that side. Two giants, and there's no way through.
Good hand discipline by Korneluk, keeping her hands on the opposition side of the net when it's really easy to just reach backwards.
Good touch by Shiklovska. Menjik over on the first ball. Chance to take the lead. Chance taken. Stysiak. 6-5.
So the angles that are available with Stysiak with the Italian block, it's generally going to be her half of the court, so she won't have the sharp cross got angled. And there she sees that with one block directly in front of her on the long ball, she has a choice of where she wants to play.
Swing down the line, there's a touch on that. Well, Antropova thinks there is. Everyone in blue thinks there is. Are we going to have an admission here from Poland? It was down the line. It looked like it was played at. And the point will stand. Seven-5, Poland dropped in a little shorter. There's a reach, and sometimes you can use that in your favour. Bonifacio managed to there.
And this is the difficult part of the help block. So when you're helping the middle as an outside blocker, it's not always going to be straight up and down, and there's not a clean look for the defenders behind them so often.
And then Menjik. This side's out. Poland doing a lot to like.
Well, they seem to have found the solution from attack from position 4, particularly the hitters getting the ball outside, or in this case, inside the court, or outside of their shoulder, where they can get the ball across just before the Italian block can get the right position.
Korneluk with that stand and deliver service. De Gradi takes a touch on the way through. With that, Daniesi back onto the court.
Straight through the goalposts. So Stysiak doing 99.9% of that one right.
1 point game. Oh, overpassed. Oh, I like that from De Gradi. She's come on and added something, hasn't she, in this second set?
Well, it's a little bit of energy, but this is the space where Italy is being given to attack. So that cut shot down the line, cross body.
Alagierska.
That is a super quick tempo. That's almost impossible to block, and on that angle, you don't know where to put the defense to stop it.
Swallowed up by the net. Interesting one, De Gradi, because she was a VNL winner back in 2022. Got to a Champions League final and Serie A final back in her Busto Arsizio days, almost 10 years ago now as a teenager, but playing for Vallefolia. We were down in 7th in the Serie A this year. Antropova does it again. As an opposing coach, I mean, you know this as a coach at top-level volleyball, do you kind of just have to make allowances and think, yeah, do you know what, we're going to concede 25 points to Antropova today, it's just going to happen?
Well, there's a question of do you let her score and try and stop everyone else? Or do you try and make it as difficult as possible? Wonderfully deft touch there. But this is the challenge of what is acceptable and where the effect is on each attack. So if the opposition sees that we're going to have to set her 50 balls, then you'll take that on the averages of whether that's going to be a winning result for your team.
2 points in this in the second set. Poland 9, Italy 11. Timeout called.
One high ball, stupid over there, and we didn't go to the defense. 3 times here in the block, and 2 times roll, shot, and tip on the side that we are closing line, and we are paying attention to this situation. There is Kasha, 6-6-6-1. You are 1 step forward. We are ready for this. Then, if you play uno with double block like this, it's difficult, but you can play middle of the set. Mind that you attack deep, and then what is interesting is that you repeat, because the second time doesn't help anymore. Okay?
Really great job of talking through how the team needs to think their way through situations. It's not just about we have a system and we follow the system works. It's about adjusting to the variations on the court, playing the game within the game.
Here is Bossio. Navarra's setter. Ball in. Oh, that is what Stisiak does so well. Point game into De Gradi. She finds Bossio, then back to De Gradi. And another block from Poland. This time, Łukasik goes peeling away to celebrate.
Oh, it's her and Alagieska. Alagieska does a phenomenal job here. The call for the long quick, she has to respect that, and then to make that last cross and make the close on that block. Great job.
Antropova. Off the hands, good block touch to give Stisiak the chance to squeeze one through Daniesi, which she does. 11-11, 12-11, 3 points in a row since the timeout for Poland.
So good position from the Italian block, but the timing here, so it's so fast that Daniesi doesn't have the time to go a full block move. She's just trying to get there and close.
Clip the net on the way through. And Antropova, the angle is disgusting. There aren't many people in world volleyball that are doing that right now.
Well, I mentioned Mazursky before. There's some other Russian players, Igor Kliuka, who's hit a similar angle on that ball from position 4. Unbelievable.
And that's helped over by Stisiak. Right, for those who are perhaps watching this as volleyball fans without a technical knowledge, why are you so excited about her ability to be able to hit angles like that?
Well, part of it is just the physicality, that she's not just tall and long, that she can get good hand control on the ball and hits high, she can hit hard, she can hit with angle. It's a really difficult package to solve.
And to be facing that way with the ball set on that side, it's improbable. Nothing improbable about that from Bossetti. Just hammers it in.
Because if you're talking about Andropova, if you try and take away one thing, she still has 2 other things she can do to beat you.
Good second set. 13-13. And tell you what, Antropova might be rising to the occasion, but so is Magda Stisiak. She's up to 10 points for the game, all from attacks.
And Stisiak starting to find a little bit more cross-court angle. She's found the spot with the Italian block and where she can score. She needs to work on that side. They're taking away her line shot, but she's starting to find some space in the cross-court angle.
And with that, Poland get their noses back in front. Antropova with the tip. Korniluk, it'll be a free ball. Lovely first ball in, over the shoulder, and another block. This is incredible from the captain.
Well, it's the second time in this situation where the ball has been set inside to let Andropova try and work against the block. But with a block the size of Korneluk, it's very hard. I think maybe the play there is to try and go long and stretch.
Due punti che ci hanno fatto così, tutti dentro, 2 punti, palla su 7 metri. È una delle priorità che abbiamo detto dal primo giorno che abbiamo allenato. Quelle palle non può cadere neanche una. Dentro i 3 metri possono cadere, su 6 non può cadere neanche una palla murata. Ok? Francesca, guardiamo il muro quando c'è la palleggiatrice, giochiamo di più anche la 7. Quando c'è la palleggiatrice possiamo il gioco su 4. Quando c'è stizia, no.
Agnieszka Korneluk is the second highest scorer in this game so far. She's on 9 points with 5 blocks. Some game she's having. What an entertaining game we've got here. Bossio sets. Well played by Shiklovska. Stisiak again. Off the hands and out. Increasing the lead.
And once again, the adjustment of, she knows where the block is going to be against her, so she can really try and take the inside hand of the middle blocker here and just swing high off the top.
And an ace service. Mistake on the serve receive, and Poland have won 8 of the last 10 points.
Well, it's presence at the net and forcing Italy to find a solution. They're not really getting the reception quality to have first tempo, and the ball hasn't been scored from position 4.
DeGradi receives. Well played by the libero again. Pushed all the way across. What a dig! That is outstanding. Where's this point going to go? Oh, it's just beyond the reach of Vanerska. And Italy really, really needed that.
Well, it gives them a little bit of opportunity to take a breath with their best server back on the line. But fantastic job by the Polish block and defense.
Antropova, a service run here could turn this set on its head. But when that one goes into the net, then that just lets a little bit more air out of the tyres.
Well, because she's trying to be so aggressive, if she catches that ball late, so as the ball's starting to drop a little bit more, she's really trying to hit it flat, and as big as she is, that still brings the net into play.
18-14. Poland in control. Scooped over on the second ball, and Bossio pinches one.
So a good quick side out for Italy, but now Poland needs to get their heads around the side out game.
With no blocker anywhere near that. Oh, Stisiak! Angles, angles, angles.
Well, in the first part of the game, the first set, she really only had her half of the court to hit at, and now the range is getting wider and wider and wider, crushing that ball sharp cross court.
She's up to 12 points. It's another touch from Bonifacio. She's had a couple of those. Great awareness in attack. Takes a very accurate touch. Here is Bonifacio at the service line. Actually up against it a little bit. Finding themselves in a similar position to the one Poland were in the first set. Need to find some momentum from somewhere. Oh, it's not going to come from there because Memchik is going to roll one into the donut hole.
Well, interestingly there, Italy not using the option to bring Laria Spirito into the game again. She had really good effect in the first set. That was maybe the opportunity here.
On a service, and DeGradi has been pretty much flawless in the second set until now. Timeout called. Italy in trouble. 1 set down, 5 points down. 21-16.
Adesso ci ha preso la paura, non leggiamo il gioco. Ho dovuto dire cose che dovrebbero essere ovvie, no? Giochiamo sulla palleggiatrice, i pallonetti, la copertura lunga. Avevo perso lucidità. Ok? Noi non arriviamo su tutte quelle palle che possiamo arrivare. Però se leggiamo il gioco, se vediamo dove è, quante palle ha cambiato la direzione Stisiak? Da uno, neanche una, tutta dritta sulla rincorsa, dobbiamo essere in difesa. Ok? Guardiamo come giocano e non aspettare che qualcosa succeda. Guardiamo e giochiamo.
Still calm, always calm.
Until he's suddenly not. He has an incredible passion for the game, but he understands that these are teaching moments. This is the way for these players to improve, and a great environment to improve against a really good quality team in Poland. Italy is ranked higher than Poland, but they know that this is a fantastic opportunity to develop their style of volleyball.
Great response there from De Gradi. And is this the chance to build some momentum now? That's a decent service. And a very good block. Antropova alongside Daniesi. 16-21 becomes 18-21. If you pick up one more point, that's where you really start to believe. And no surprise, it's Poland who call the timeout.
Okay, in this rotation, the call can be set or can be behind. Now probably they don't expect that you repeat. But girls, Mama, now block is super good. So if you play against the block, is to try to find an effect or to have a cover back. Don't close, don't close. Girls, heading cover, because in this situation we can catch one ball more, nice and soft, and we counter attack.
So it's a really good illustration of how they want to work through this point. They know this is the biggest block with Andropova and Danesi out here, so that if the block is there, it's going to be a good block so they can work with it. Otherwise, they're looking to work another part of the court to try and find their best attacking option.
Borsio.
And just long there. But the challenge coming from Lavarini.
Not had a challenge yet to get excited about, have we? In fact, we're still not going to have a challenge to get excited about because the point's gone Italy's way. All right, 19-21. They did get that point. Do they start to believe now? Stisiak can't rescue it yet. Might get another go. Instead, she turns setter. And Menjic down the line. That is brilliant from Natalia Menjic.
Well, super tough play from Stisiak with this ball when she's in the back row to have to try and find the recycle.
Coming out, and Poland making a change to bring Galkowska back in, and Kovalevska at setter. 22-19. The second set finish line is in sight. Oh, the one-handed set, and Daniesi finishes. Bossio, stop it!
I really like the choice here from Bossio, that she previously was probably trying to contort her body and try and get two hands here. With Danesi in rhythm, just to go first tempo, easy.
Kovalevska. Close. Close, close, close. It goes Poland's way. Absolutely hammered into Galkowska by Antropova.
But it's almost similar to the serve. The angle is different, the contact is different. You have to look at it in a different way to a normal defense or a normal reception.
Daniesi with the serve into Łukasik. And then Korniluk. 3 set points for Poland.
And good choice to go back to the middle. Korniluk's had a really big impact on block, but they haven't had too many opportunities to use the middle in attack. So with the Italian block probably looking for the edges, particularly with Stysiak in good form as she comes back onto the court. Just a different look, a different outcome.
As does Vanurska. And it will be Vanurska to serve for the set, 24-21. Antropova to save the set. And it gets through Korniluk. First set point saved. Just a reminder to stick with us in the gap between the second and third set, because Clayton Lucas is down there. He's going to be trying to collar some coaches for a chat. A couple of great volleyball minds and Clayton all talking between sets 2 and 3. So stick with us for that one. Oh, an ace service from Antropova. Who else?
Well, she's adjusted the timing here, so she's catching that ball just that little bit earlier. But that thing is nasty. It just drops and it moves and it floats and it's fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many other words I can use to describe it. It's a phenomenal weapon that she has at her disposal.
Well, Łukasik coming out, Piasecka coming in. So this is the 21-year-old being brought straight into the pass, the serve receive. And surely now it's Menchik who's going to be shaking in her boots after the last one. Oh, it's into the net. And that ends the set. And a set that they were largely in control of. They'll be quite relieved to win in the end, Poland. Italy just running out of time as they were building momentum. But they are running out of time because they are 2 sets down against this Polish team. 28-26 in the first, 25-23 in the second. Poland leading by 2, but an excellent game here.
Well, a really fantastic game. As we talked about on the intro, that there's different styles of play, but also some really interesting coaching styles and the way that they're trying to work their way through this program of the summer and against quality opposition.
Italy 0, Poland 2, 23-25, following a 26-28. Italy with so many opportunities to win that first set. But Poland probably good for the lead, really. We've got the stats here. Anything particular that stands out to you?
Well, just 5 blocks in one set. A lot of teams are happy to get 10 in a whole game. So 5 in one set, and we managed to see Korniluk have another massive presence on the court. But just the Italian offense hasn't found the balance that it needs. And Andropova is going to score, but Poland is doing a good job of making other players work super hard for their points.
We can see the win probability at the start, 69% in favour of the Italians. That will have dropped significantly now. They are 2 sets down. I can see Clayton wandering around. His suit looks fantastic. His brogues look shiny. And he's had a fresh fade for the cameras as well. It's whether or not he'll trust a local Turkish barber to keep it tidy towards the end of the second week. We're going to be here in Antalya for both the women's and the men's weeks of this great Volleyball Nations League. We've got the block locations here for Poland. None down the middle, which is interesting, particularly because Korniluk has been giving Italy hell.
Well, Korniluk's best job has been her reading and decision-making. She's not a blazing fast middle. She is very big and has a really great physical presence at the net, but her ability to read the setter and get her choices quickly, showing there on the scoreboard.
Well, it is going to be Poland who we hear from first. Clayton hasn't managed to collar Mr. Lavarini. Instead, we've got the real brains of the operation. Clayton, tell us something fun.
Dave, you must be very, very pleased with the way it's gone, particularly the way you were able to win the first set. What's the message for the team for the rest of this match?
But generally, the game is very... we started with a lot of mistakes, both sides. First set was like this, and of course, in the end of the set, we could reach, thanks service mainly, the other team, and at the final we won. The second set we played much better in all fundamentals, especially in attack, and thanks to this we are there.
Well, good luck for the rest of the match.
Hard is a great team the other side, so we expect a very hard set at least, or more.
Okay, thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clayton. Thank you, Nicola, as well. I think he sums it up there. It is going to be hard for the rest of the match, and I think Italy's response in this third set and perhaps beyond is going to tell us a lot about how they're going to play this week. In fact, we're going to find out a little bit more about how they've been playing in these two sets. Clayton.
It was a very close first set. Not so close in the second. What's the message to the team? What's the way forward for you for the rest of the match?
I think that we need to handle in a better way the crucial moment. I think that Poland did a good job in this crucial moment. We didn't. Some mistakes, too much, but I think that it's a really tough match, and I think we have chance to restart, to play. Now start another set, 0-0. We have to play a little bit better in the important moment.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Back to you, Dave.
Cheers, Clayton. Honestly, looks good, the three-piece. I'm going to have to go three-piece tomorrow. We're going to have to go suit shopping like they do in Anchorman. Hopefully we don't bump into Spanish language news. Anyway, great to have the spectators of all ages here. They love their volleyball. Of course, there's going to be some Poland supporters, Poland stars. Tell you something we've seen as well that you don't see very often. A Galatasaray shirt and a Fenerbahce shirt sat next to each other, but they're all coming out in their numbers here to Antalya, and it's great to have them, and they're really being treated to a great match here.
Well, it's both teams working at a, not necessarily their best level, but at a really good level where they're challenging each other to play at a better level. So both teams, and I think both coaches touched on it in the sense of the fundamentals, the basic parts of the game, the execution really picked up as the game went on. But yeah, this is a fun one.
Really is. Two tight sets, at least one more to go, and if Antropova has her way, then there will be even more. Stysiak, top scorer in the game so far. But De Gradi has kept her place on the court, and she is going to serve first in the third set. Must-win set for Italy in their first game. It's fed into Venerska. Good defensive hustle there from Italy, but they can only offer up a free ball. Oh, that is cheeky. Cheeky from Venerska. And Poland gets some wetting in the ledger.
Well, really good job understanding where the rhythm of this point was. With first contact coming from the middle there's not going to be the same tempo, so the block is looking for something else. Great court awareness.
Alagierska. Italy looking for the side out, not getting it first ball. Antropova. Really good swing, but Fersinio's there. A great rally, finished in the end by Bossetti. Aggressive from Bossetti, whipping that swing through.
So with Venerska, she's starting really wide in her block position. They're trying to funnel all the hitters towards Konulu. You would understand why with the success that they're having. But when it's not there, it makes it a really tough position to defend behind.
Daniesi. She has got ticks in the attacks, blocks and serves. Columns, 4 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace service. Couple of service errors to start the match. Since then, it's looked tidy from the service line. It's another decent one. Forcing the pass out wide. What can Stysiak do to clean up? Oh, I'm sure not even she was expected to win the point with that. De Gradi caught short.
Well, when life gives you lemons, sometimes you've got to make lemonade. Just a simple little two-hand touch over the net.
Delicious lemonade in that case. Point flavoured. Antropova.
This is a fantastic, clean swing. As I say, the ball scuds through the court with very little topspin. But really good approach, really good rhythm from Antropova.
And here she goes from the service line. Oh, trying to take a little bit off that one by the looks.
Well, it might have got a little bit ahead of her and maybe a little bit drifting across the left, the way that she had to try and chase the ball.
Lukasik. Yet to serve an ace. Got a couple of blocks though. Got a tidy game all in all. She's got that sort of slow hang time, hasn't she, as corner look gets blocked, and Stysiak can only help that one over. Another good swing by Bossetti. Really does whip it through, doesn't she? Such fast arm speed.
Yeah, she's not the biggest player on the court, so she has to make up with the speed and technique, and doing a really good job of finding the seam in a very big block.
3-3. Lovely touch there by Menchik. We've seen that a few times from her, haven't we? The variety, her attacking ability.
Well, it's the overall quality of volleyball in Poland, that you have to be very good at multiple skills. You can't be a one-trick pony. And to make it this far to the national team, you have to have a lot of strings to your bow.
Corner look, up to 10 points. Antropova and Stysiak both on 13. And with that, Degradi moves up to 6.
So some interesting interplay here between the block against the Italian position 4 attackers. So you see Stysiak leaving pretty early with the reception off the net, but that means that it's a longer distance for the middles to come and close.
Oh, Alagierska. Showing that corner look's not the only middle that can do damage.
Well, it's really nice tempo, that they play this ball pretty fast and the spacing's good, and even from off the net, so maybe an element of the game they can use a little bit more.
Degradi receives, that's right on the net, and Daniesi.
This is a lovely, lovely turn of the volleyball. And the set that just leads her into the space just a little bit. Beautiful control, knowing where the space is.
And then back comes Menchik. This is high quality stuff in set 3.
Well, and this is the counterpoint to the previous serve. So when they go to Algierska on this long fast ball, the long quick, that now the Daniesi has to respect it, and then there's space or timing difference for the ball over the top to position 4.
Another good pass there by Fersinho. And really good touch by Lukasik. Stysiak. Oh, his block big. Antropova and Daniesi next to each other, and no way through for Magda Stysiak.
If she tried to go back to the middle of the court, she needs to make a bit more of a clear decision on that ball, whether she's going to work the line or try and go cross. But if you play in the middle against that block, you're going to have a lot of trouble.
Oh, Stysiak has somehow managed to keep that ball off the floor. Daniesi thought she picked up another, and oh, it's close. This is a game of small margins in set number 3.
So fantastic block, fantastic recovery by Poland, and then really good choice of tempo. Daniesi now going the other way to work the outside hand of the block and block out.
Well kept up. That was Degradi. And again, this time Shiklovska. And then Lukasik off the block. 7-7.
Great tempo in transition.
Alagierska. Italy pretty shallow in terms of that serve receive. Oh, kept up off the boot. Thought that Alagierska might have gone for the overhead kick there to make it 2 touches, but tough ask on the chase for Claudia Alagierska.
And a much better job in this set from position 4, in particular from the Italian side.
Service error from Daniesi, 8-8. Another block, Stysiak this time.
So Bassetti looked like she was a little bit in two minds what she wanted to do with this ball. That she doesn't really try and play a strong line shot. It's behind her a little bit. She hasn't adjusted to the set. And when you get caught in two minds, you're nowhere.
9-8 into Bossio. Antropova can't find the floor, a rarity for her. It's a good scramble though, and another chance for Antropova. And Korniluk gets a good hand on it, but can only force it wide. As the great Captain Holt said,
9-9.
Antropova. Always an air of excitement around her at the service line. The service runs doesn't last long. Stysiak on the side out. Poland edge ahead. Tough ask on the block there for Bossio on the outside. She's got to chase that one as well. Antropova only as far as Vukashik. Stysiak thinks there's a touch. There is no touch. Yeah, she asked for it, but I think she knew straight away that was an impossible angle, even for someone of her ability. Oh, brilliant by Bonifacio. The one-on-one against Korniluk.
And it's the balance of the Polish offense. Stysiak is having a little bit of trouble now. The location hasn't been quite right. Position 4 is being used a lot, so maybe trying to rebalance the Polish offense.
That service dropped in much shorter, and the Italians dominating the net, dominating the block, and it's being led by Sara Bonifacio.
So with Stysiak being blocked, she knows where the Italian block is going to be against her, and she knows where she can't hit the ball, which is forcing her to make different choices on her attack.
2-point game, 12-10. Italy edge ahead, and Korniluk sees to that.
Well, calculated guess from the Italian block to release early to position 4.
Oh.
And there's a runway there.
$11 points for Korniluk. What a real reach for the set, and a great pickup. Superb, the ball's been recycled. Now a chance for Poland. But they can't quite take. Bossio with options. De Gradi is the best one.
Well, fantastic job committing to her shot when she knows that the block is coming late. But Korniluk, again, it's a long way down to the floor when you're that tall. But another fantastic defensive effort from her. But commitment to that shot. She knows the block will be there and where she wants to work the ball.
2 meters tall, Korniluk. If you're not sure how tall that is, probably has to duck to get through most doors. And there she is, watching Alagierska win that point. These 2 middles for Poland have both been really good, haven't they, on those short, quick sets?
Well, and on both sides of the ball. So we see, particularly from Korniluk on block and getting some options in attack, but Alagierska, particularly on this long, quick set, she's deadly.
Clips the net on the way through from Stysiak. Boom goes De Gradi. He snuck up to 8 points.
Well, De Gradi there had the block in front of her and the defense shifted on her side of the court and still found a way to score. So Italy has definitely found a solution from position 4. It's close, but they're going to need someone else to step up. They need something else in attack.
In again to Winierska, another block. This time is Daniesi.
Great choice by Daniesi. They know that with Alagierska, this is the play that they're most likely going to be using. And with the set of front row, she can really shift to that half of the court.
3-point game. Oh, it's a great pickup. Overpass, but then there's a joust and it's back with Italy. De Gradi. Oh, Stysiak into Zhiglovska. And Menchik off the hands of Antropova, and that feels like a big point for Poland.
Well, it just keeps them in touch, that they've had to work a little bit harder. They've found some solutions. So some really good patience from position 4, but ending up with a fantastic choice from Menchik.
Menchik with the service, 13-15. Perhaps the chance to reduce the arrears further, but it's going to be a free ball. Sent high, and Lukashik jogs back into position. Goes the other way, and Antropova says, yes, please.
I feel a little bit sorry for Alagierska here in this situation where she has to follow her player in Daniesi, or she has to be aware of her player in Daniesi. She can't run away, but she knows that Antropova is hitting in position 4.
16-13.
Because we had 2-3 balls, and one block by Antropova, and one ball that they touch and cover, and one lucky ball because we played a great ball here that passed in the middle of their hands, and they could keep again. And this ball that we dig, and we don't at least try to attack, calling it. Now it's the transition. We are touching many balls. We are regular in our side out. We are choosing good shots inside out. Courage in transition. Bye. Ball. Keep.
Poland 13, Italy 16. A few stats for you there. The number of blocks, 11 for Italy, 9 for Poland. That's an incredible response. Doesn't feel like the Italians have had more blocks, but the standard been exceptional. We're back underway. That one punched through by Lukashik. 14-16.
And this is really good high-level volleyball there. Lukashik knows the block is there, but knows that the softest part of the block is at the top. And if she's aggressive enough there, then something good will happen on her side.
Alagierska. And it goes to Bossio. Ooh, the block doesn't find the floor. So they go the other way to Bossetti. 1-point game. 1-point game. You can never rest in this game, can you? 3 points, 4 points isn't enough of a lead. You know the momentum's going to swing.
Well, it's a matter of attention in one area dropping off, or one decision which you miss, or one missed opportunity in transition.
Alagierska. Someone go on a service run here for Poland and put them back in charge. Oh, not quite. Daniesi. She's gone for that. Turning over the shoulder against Stysiak nearly rescued it.
Well, the last time she was hitting in this position on the court, where she's moved a little bit towards position 2 on her side of the net, she worked the block off the other side. Now she goes the other direction.
Received by Lukashik. He's going to get to swing too. And swing well. 16-17. Poland hanging in there. Where does the break point come from?
Well, you feel that the tension is there that on both sides, that Poland have found a way to make it a 1-point game, but there's going to be a moment of 2 or 3 points that might decide this set.
De Gradi feeds that one in. Bonifacio misses. And there it is, 17-all. They've moved from 16-13 ahead. The Italians, 17-all. 4 of the last 5 points going Poland's way. When we got into these situations in the first 2 sets, it's been Poland who have held their nerve. Bossetti finds the hands of Korneluk, and it's wide.
Well, again, great commitment on that shot. But she knows that the block is going to be there, and it is a massive block. She's just going to tee off at the top of the hands. She's not even looking to hit the court. Really good commitment to that shot.
Antropova. Well dealt with by Menchik. Just get as much on it as you can and hope that Stysiak can side out, which she can. You could see Korneluk bouncing into that huddle there. She knows what a big moment that is in this set.
Well, it's the moment to lift your team and say, we play 3 points really well right now. We can give ourselves a nice cushion coming into the 20s.
So Mędrzych coming out. Piasecka coming in. She's a little bit taller than Mędrzych, 183 to 189, so that's a bit of extra height at the front court. Of course, they've got serious height in Korneluk and Stysiak. Oh, and they do have a chance to take the lead now. Oh, net touch.
Well, two really tough balls for Cambi and Mingardi as they come into the court for the first time. And now, Italy has to find a side out in this situation. First time, or that vital 2-point break in the late part of the set.
Italian timeout, Poland 19, Italy 18. So in the period between the first and second timeout, Poland have taken it 6-2.
Adesso è una questione di testa, si possono far punto, ma non errore, no che tocchiamo rete, no che non andiamo alle diagonali sull'11. Questa notte mi sveglio alle 3 sudato sulla numero 11, Tutta la partita diagonale, ragazzi, tutta la partita diagonale, la 11. E ci continua a cadere a sinistra del 6 e passa a sinistra del 2.
He's 2 sets down, he's points down, and he's still calm.
Well, he knows that the best way to get the response that he wants from his players, while they're still learning this part of how they want to play, that it's a learning phase. It's a big learning phase on a big learning stage.
Łukasik have Poland taking control of this third set. Big side out required here for Italy. Oh, and they're not going to get it. Bossetti was off balance. She's missed long.
And it is the downside. If you call a timeout to organise your team, that opens the door for the other team to be organised as well.
(18-20). Oh, it's another wild swing, this time by Mingardi. So they've made the replacements. Carlotta Cambi has come on to set. Camilla Mingardi, really experienced in her own right, has come on to swing. Just caught that one a bit fat. 21-18. Italy staring down the barrel of a 3-0 here. Which at 23-20 in the first set, very few would have predicted.
So Piasecka, if they get into transition, do they use her because she has the matchup against the setter? And drop of a back row, how does the Polish block set up for this play?
Give the youngster a swing. Oh, it's overpassed. She's not going to get the chance because it's overpassed to perhaps the worst person on the court. Stysiak shuts it down. And once again, as we get to the business end, Poland completely in control. 22-18, and the wheels are falling off the Italian chariot.
Concentriamoci solo sulla palla, ok? Non esiste nient'altro che la palla. Se abbiamo bene facciamo un cambio palla, poi dobbiamo difendere. Non solo, però dobbiamo murare bene alla 11 e difenderla sulla diagonale, ma anche l'altra almeno diagonale. Però non è che lasciamo, capito? Però si tira sulla linea.
So Italy have gone from 16-13 up to 22-18 down. 9-2 Poland have taken the last 11-point series.
That's a massive swing in the game, and particularly working in the back half of the set. This is money time.
Łukasik. Again, it's Tercino who's got to step in at setter. Good touch by Piasecka. Really well played. Well done, Fersinho. But it's an off-balance swing and a chance for Shiklovska to set. Great block, great touch. What a rally. Piasecka, first swing, and it goes wide.
But she stepped on it, she went for it, good intent. The reception from Italy really has fallen away. They haven't had too many good situations to be able to make some choices and force the Polish block to make multiple decisions. And it's really simple sometimes, the game.
Caterina Bassetti, 1922. Time for Italy to dig in and make some magic. Vanesca goes short. Corner look does the rest. She's going to leave here with a handful of points. She's currently third top scorer in the game. Antropova 16, Stysiak 15, and Corner look for that swing. Moves to 12.
Because even with a commit block from Bonifacio where she's up, she's made a decision already. Corner looks just too big.
Fersinho, good pass. And the slide from Bonifacio. Not seen that a huge amount in this game from Italy. Worked well there.
We're really trying to work the space with Piasecka on the block, forcing her to be responsible for two hitters.
Italy up to 20. They're in an identical situation to Poland were in the first set. Only now, they need to win this one to stay in the match. De Gradi. Are they going to challenge this? Well, immediately they have. De Gradi thought there was a touch. Stysiak completely ignoring it and walking back to serve. Take a look at this, because 23-21 and 24-20 are two very, very different scorelines. But there's always time to dance. Just looking at the fixtures, of course. We're bringing you every game, not just from Antalya, but from the entirety of the Volleyball Nations League. Oh my goodness, there was no touch, was there? Missed by a mile. So next up for Italy, Germany.
So Kovalevska brought into the game for what could be the decisive point.
Match points. Marlena Kovalevska. What would be a huge victory for this Polish team. Decent service, good touch by De Gradi to stay in the match. First match point saved. So a really good rest for Poland. They've got tomorrow off, the day after, and then they play France. But when you play like this, you just want to get back on the court, don't you? They'd love to keep this momentum going. Second match point. In it goes then to Shiklovska. And it's Piasecka who wins it for Poland. Lovely play to set the final ball to her. And that is some victory for Poland. Great character shown at the end of the first set. Control in the second and the third.